Welcome to From Our Perspective. Today I'm joined by family law attorney Todd Heidemann. In high asset divorces, the financial stakes are high. We'll discuss a case involving a high net worth divorce and a spouse hiding assets. Our team helped the client secure alimony payments totaling more than $20,000 a month. Todd, thank you so much for joining me today. Tell me more about our client and why she needed your help.
Sure. Our client came to us looking to file for divorce. She'd been married for over 30 years. She was a stay-at-home mom, raised the party's 4 children while the opposing party advanced his career. So our client really didn't know how much money they had, what assets they had. She didn't even know how much her husband was making income-wise. So she kind of hired us to figure all those issues out.
Yes, and what were some of the limitations the client faced just to access their money?
Yeah, the opposing party had a few individual accounts as well as a few business accounts, but refused to provide our client with access to those accounts or to the account balances, anything like that. He did let her they had a joint account where he would put in just enough money a month to allow our client to pay the monthly household expenses. So if she wanted money beyond that, she essentially had to beg him for it.
And how is the spouse hiding assets and also wasting marital money in this case?
Yeah, shortly after we filed for divorce, he bought a couple of expensive vehicles, bought a bunch of expensive jewelry, essentially trying to use up the party's cash, and then was trying to conceal that property from our client. Also because he kept those accounts secret where he kept the lion's share of their money. We found out later he was making big withdrawals directly from the business account as well as funneling money around different accounts and making payments to people on PayPal, for instance, that we didn't recognize, so that type of behavior.
Mm-hmm. And in cases like this, what type of experts can you use to find out if a spouse is hiding marital assets?
One of the experts we typically rely on would be a forensic accountant. If there's complicated financial issues in a case, the forensic accountant essentially takes a deep dive into the parties' accounts, their assets, and kind of traces every deposit, withdrawal, expenditure, so that you get kind of a roadmap of what assets the parties have as well as what's been dissipated and who has dissipated it.
Mm-hmm. And what was your legal strategy and the outcome in this case?
After some research that we did as well as a little help from our client, we learned that the opposing party was making well over $1 million a year through his businesses. So our goal was to essentially get her an award of long-term maintenance. And as the outcome, we were able to reach an agreement with the opposing party, and our client was awarded maintenance in the amount of over $20,000 a month for a long-term period.
And how do you advise clients who are weighing both the emotional aspects of divorce and also trying to treat it as a business decision?
Yeah. I try to get my clients to focus on getting what they are legally entitled to and to try to treat their divorce like a court case. Also try to get them to project into the future after the divorce, in particular to think about their financial security and also the fact that this court case, or this is their one chance to get what they're entitled to as far as the marital estate.
So if someone is watching and they are in a similar situation with their divorce, what advice would you have?
Yeah, I think anytime there are complicated financial issues, you need an attorney who has experience with those kinds of cases, attorney who has the knowledge to know what to look for as far as maybe hidden assets or money hidden in cryptocurrency, those types of things. And also an attorney who has a network where if you need the right kind of expert and a high-level expert, you know where to find them and how to retain them. So.
Great advice, Todd. Thank you for sharing your perspective.
Thank you.
If you think your spouse is hiding assets in a high net worth divorce, it's time to take action. Learn how to protect your wealth. Reach out to us for a case assessment on our website or give us a call.